Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the show. How are we, everybody? How's everybody doing on this Saturday afternoon? Well, Saturday afternoon if you live here in the States, but wherever you are, whatever day it is, whatever time it is, welcome. Glad to have you, and hopefully you are having an outstanding morning, noon, night, whatever time, wherever you are. Hopefully you're having a good one. Glad to see you guys. Glad everybody could show up. Hopefully you guys are ready for some BTA. We're gonna finish up our legacy BTA campaign, the one from the previous patch before the big Christmas save-breaking patch. So today, come hell or high water, we are going to have the final battle for the Tenori Tigers, and we'll see what kind of legacy they're gonna leave on the inner sphere. So I hope you guys are ready for that. Obviously, I don't expect that to take all day, so we will probably play some other stuff towards the end of the stream, depending on how long it takes. But for those of you that do not know, the plan today, our final boss, as it were, for this campaign, is going to be doing a dropship mission, and specifically, based on a poll on the Twitter machine, the people have spoken, and we're going to do the harder of the two versions of that mission, and we are going to take ourselves an Overlord dropship out. Or, well, we're certainly going to try. I don't know if we'll succeed. I think we've got a good chance, but it's hard to know for sure. We're not going to know until we get in there, get stuck in. Because we have got some work to do, chat. We have got some work to do. Not only do we have a mission to complete, but, oh no, troubleshooter. I have a face for radio and a voice for print, so text-based communication it is. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but again, I'm sure your mother thinks you're very handsome. Well, that's up to you, group, and I'm saying only if you are the type of lurker as described. But yeah, we have got some work to do before we get into this final mission, and by work to do, I mean we need to refit some of these mechs, because I have not done a test playthrough of the mission, but I have watched some other people play it, again, just to get a little bit of intel, and to understand what we're getting ourselves into. And if we're going to take our biggest toys and our most veteran pilots, we need to make sure that these things are built for the job. So that's what I think we're going to do, at least at the beginning here. We need to do a little bit of Mech Bay heresy, try and get our ducks in a row so that we've got the best chances for success when we walk into this mission. Because it's a little bit of a doozy. If you guys are not familiar with the dropship mission, it can be a little bit tough. And we could find ourselves fighting anywhere between 8 and 16 assault mechs, up to and including potentially super heavies, depending on how the dice roll. So that, in addition to the dropship itself, it's gonna be rough. So we got to make sure we're prepared. Well, Sierra, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad that, again, I can create the kind of content that makes you want to show up. It has been my desire from the very beginning of my content creation adventure to give people a slow pace and comfy place to hang out and just, enjoy some nerd shit. Enjoy some BattleTech, enjoy some old school movie and video game references, and just do what we do here. The Gruben, if you've been following along on the YouTubes, yes, you are probably about 3 weeks behind. So you're probably missing about 15 to 20 hours of stream. But again, this is gonna be probably the final stream for this campaign, because it is a legacy campaign. As for what we do after we're done with this BTA campaign, I don't know. We will have to have a discussion about that when we get done with this, and we'll figure something out. We'll do something for sure. I'm not just gonna, you know, play the mission for a couple hours and then end the stream. That would be butt cheeks for everybody. So we'll definitely do something else. But I don't expect that this mission will take the whole stream. But yeah, so first things first, I'm the realist for Mech Bay Heresy. Let's see what we can do. Because we know we're going to be bringing the commander, obviously. Let me see. I think I know exactly what I want to do with the Fluffy Griffin. And it's something that I wanted to do from the very beginning. Well, when I say butt cheeks, I mean butt cheeks in the bad sense, Gruben. Because, see, like, sometimes things can be butt cheeks, like, you know, the squeezable kind. You know, the little, little dumpy. Right? Like, that's the good kind of butt cheeks. But then there's also the bad kind of butt cheeks, where it's like, it smells like butt cheeks, it tastes like butt cheeks. You know, that kind of butt cheeks. So, you know, butt cheeks can be good or bad. It's context sensitive, you know? But first things first, we're gonna get rid of the rockets, chat, on the Fluffy Griffin here. And I know that's gonna sound like sacrilege, but this is something that I wanted to do from the very beginning, and that is put another plasma rifle on this thing. And so that's exactly what we're gonna do, or at least that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stick one more plasma rifle onto this awesome, and we're gonna give it as much ammunition as possible because plasma rifles are awesome. I know I haven't said that very much, or I haven't said it enough. This campaign has taught me the value of plasma rifles. Like, again, I had some prejudices against ammo using energy weapons at the beginning of this campaign. But plasma rifles are just too good. They are too damn good. 50 damage, 25 heat, 25 stability, and all for the heat cost of a regular PPC. You cannot beat that kind of value. All in a 6-ton package? Yes, please. We will absolutely be using plasma rifles more in the future. Of this, I can assure you. And Grendler says, I have a coworker that says, fly booty cheeks. I mean, you know, not everybody's into ass. Not everybody likes ass. So, you know, to each their own. If you're into that, good for you. If you like that washboard booty, you know what? You do you. You do you. We're gonna go ahead and confirm this up, because that's all I wanted to do, was just get another plasma rifle into this thing and get the rockets out. Let's double check. I'm pretty sure we've already got... Okay, we do have the Davy Crockett in the Holy Fat Man, and I guarantee you we are going to be using it, so... Chat, we are going to be letting a nuke off the chain for this mission. I think it's the only chance we've got at success. So I want to make sure that we've got that thing locked and loaded, ready to go. Let me see. Obviously, we're going to be taking the nicer rack. Is there anything... I have not... No. Sierra is in here. So Sierra, one of the questions that we had last time around, and I think you were already gone before we got to this point in the stream, but one of the things that we managed to get our hands on last go-around was a whole stack of T-Bolt 15 launchers. Now, I haven't played around with the idea, but I wanted to see if you were willing to attempt to put in some T-Bolts. Now, these things have a maximum range of 780. The LRMs only have a max range of 600. So not only does this give you more, range, it'll also give you more per-shot damage. It does make us more vulnerable to AMS, but yeah, I think it's a fair trade-off. If we can find any AMS enemies and take them off the field, this could absolutely be good. Oh, you're good, Seer. But we were not expecting to blunder our way into T-bolts. It sort of just happened. Like, we got 6 T-bolts on a single salvage drop. So I said, yeah, if I can get 6 T-bolts for one slot, I'm absolutely gonna take it. T-bolts, super down for that. Okay, well, let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can make happen. I'm gonna keep the location designator for this. because I think it'll be really, really good with T-bolts. Now, we may have to drop some armor, but I'm also planning on keeping this longbow towards the back line anyway, so I don't think it's going to be as much of a problem. Let's see. I mean, maybe we just go for 4. That's going to be very, very heavy, but I think we can make that work. We'll drop some heat sinks, because we're not going to need them. Because thankfully, the T-bolt launchers are not super hot. Car, you have not missed anything yet. We're actually just getting started. We're doing a little bit of Mech Bay heresy before we get stuck in on the dropship mission. So we're going to be upgrading and refitting the mechs for the mission before we get started. Yeah, that's true, Sierra. I do plan on using the artillery primarily for hitting the dropship, and so that would put you in the position of kind of being the long range or one of our marksman characters to take out the mechs and vehicles that we might run into. Let's see. It might even be worth it to drop some, we could drop some armor. We could also drop, the engine core, because we're hopefully not going to have to move around a whole lot. But let's get the ammo in this thing so we know exactly how much weight we need to lose. The T-Bolt 15, ouch, that's only 5 ammo per bin, so we're going to need a lot of ammo. Let's see, so we got 4 launchers. We want to put in at least 8 bins of ammo then, I think. And that'll give us 10 rounds of shooting. Which isn't as much as I'd like, but man, that's extremely heavy. I don't know if we can lose enough weight to make that work. Yeah, for sure, Sierra. I'm thinking that's gonna be the way to go. I just don't know. The problem is, my fear is that I don't think we can drop the engine enough to counteract that weight. So we may just have to be a little more choosy about how many volleys we fire. I guess we can drop the E-cooling as well. We don't necessarily need that. Oh no, we kind of do. We need the E-cooler just to meet the minimum on the heat sinks. Yeah, I think we definitely dropped some armor. So if we drop this down, we're going to go very, very light on armor, but I think we're going to have to. Let's see. I think we can make it work. Again, I think we're going to be very, very squishy. But I think we can make it work. We'll just have to make sure that Sierra stays in the back line. Meh. How much more? Let's see. I mean, we can go very, very light on the armor. I don't want to go too light, just in case, because they may have artillery as well. So I don't want to go so light that we end up, you know, getting Sierra blown up because of chip damage. But I think this is a good run. Again, this gives us 10 rounds of shooting. It gives us the ability to fire 4 T-bolts in a single volley. We got the location designators so we can call shots and potentially go for headshots. What are you complaining about? This mech has exceeded the amount of heat sinks the engine can be fitted with. Eat my ass. Alright, we have plenty of space for more heat sinks. There we go. Are you happy now? Are you happy now? Oh! Well. I mean, if you're gonna give me 2 more tons... Oh yeah, don't worry, Groovin. We are all degenerates, myself included, so... It's okay if you're only 10 years old. I'm only 12. So, it's all good. It is all good. Let's see. What do we do? Do we just slap another couple of bins of ammo in this thing and call it a day? Let's see, what's our heat efficiency at 6? Yeah, I think we just put in some more ammo. Then that way we can chuck a little more hate at the enemy. That'll give us more rounds of shooting, which is gonna be a good thing. Again, gonna be super slow. Super, super slow. Only a 2-4, but I'm not expecting this mech to have to move a whole lot in the first place. Let's see, we got combat computer. Just gives us a little bit of extra heat sinking, so not a huge deal. Are we good with this here? And Bland-Aid rolling into the chat. Welcome to the stream, Bland-Aid, on a Saturday. Glad to have you. Glad you could join us. You've caught us in the middle of some Mech Bay heresy before we get ready for the final boss. Alright, we'll go ahead and confirm. Get the work started on this thing. Oh, you know what? I forgot about the raid notifications, so I think we're gonna just have to let those contracts go by. But we also did enough work last stream that I think we'll be okay. I think we will be okay. The big CMO, I don't think we really need to do anything with. If there's anything wrong with the big CMO, it's that it just doesn't, like, it doesn't have a lot of durability, but there's not a lot to be done about that. The other problem that I have with it is that it doesn't have a lot of ammo, so we'll have to be choosy about our targets. But not bringing a double Gauss rifle platform onto the field, I think, would be bad for us all around. What else? The Holy Fat Man is good. Sadly, I don't think we're gonna bring the rotary dial. Obviously, we want to bring the executioners if we can. Let me see if we can do something with the Eddie Quickshot here. We'll ditch the rockets, because rockets are good, but I think we need to focus on something that's a little more reliable. I say that while not actually having any idea of what I actually want to replace this thing with. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, chat. I didn't even think about it. The improved heavy Gauss? Do we go full stupid with this thing? It's a lot of damage. It is a lot of damage. The only problem is the self-knockdown on this thing, which is mitigated a little bit by, you know, this being a 95-ton mech, but is still a very high chance for knockdown. Then again... Oh, Thanosi. Thanosi wants it. Alright, alright. I think we can make that happen. Let's see, what do we gotta do to make this work? Because we're probably gonna have to drop basically all of the weapon systems off of this thing. The improved... Oh, we can only put it in the torso. Okay. Alright. And that right there is all but 4 tons, and we don't have a whole lot of options for weight reduction. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It looks like Sierra might be having a thing. I gotta do it now. You made me do this, Sierra. You did this to you. You did this to you. Alright. Let me see. Let's try not to drown myself out too much, but I'll give you the music. I mean, we actually have a lot of heavy Gauss ammo. This is dumb, but we might be able to use it. Chat, we might be able to make this work. There we go. Like, I'm trying to figure out which is the correct arm for these heavy lasers. That ain't it. There we go. Alright, Tenori, do we want to do this? Put some heavy lasers on this thing? Or do you want to just go all ammo and make this thing a heavy Gauss platform? It is technically missing the lower arm actuator, but you can't put one on, for this platform. The Executioner, you cannot put a lower actuator on the left arm. So we're gonna go all heavy Gauss. We're gonna go all in on the ammo. This is probably the stupidest thing we've ever done, but I love it. I just hope you don't spend the whole mission falling down. You know what? Not good enough.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
I mean, Serena, you're not wrong. It's all fun and games until the torso gets blown up, but you know what? Look at the tags of this stream. You tell me what that last tag says. And you will have your explanation. I'm not sure. I think the improved Gauss does have a minimum range. But, again, we're gonna be keeping it mostly in the back anyway. Tenori, that's an absolutely, like, outside of context. So he said, I plan to die honorably in battle while lying on my back drained of ammo. Out of context, that could be taken several different ways. Correct, specialists. We're here for a good time, not a long time. And whether we win or lose, this is going to be the final mission of this campaign, so we might as well have fun with it. We might as well play with some of the toys we haven't gotten a chance to play with. I think we have to take the big bug zapper. I mean, it's glorious, it's golden, it's got ER lasers and plasma rifles. I think it's good the way it is. I don't know about the blazing glory, we'll have to see. Obviously, Erst is gonna be out here. Oh, absolutely, Bland-Aid. The Davy Crockett is 100% on the menu. Now, here's the deal. Erst did message me and said that they wanted to try to put the Silver Bullet Gauss in here. Somehow, some way. And while I would love to honor that request, Erst and this platform serve a very important function, and that function is as our scout and artillery spotter. And in order to put the silver bullet Gauss in this thing, we would have to essentially cripple its ability to do that. And I definitely don't want that to be the case. So Ernst, if you're out there, and if you're watching this later, I apologize, but I don't think we'll be able to fulfill that request today. And Atherin, good to see you. Glad you could join us on a Saturday. Coming over from the YouTube, said you're still doing BTA. Found you on the YouTubes. Aye. Well, hello, Atherin. Again, glad to see you. Glad you could join us. You are actually coming in on what will be our final BTA stream for this campaign. We're gearing up to do a dropship mission, which is what we have essentially set as our final boss win condition. So, we'll see how it goes. We're doing some Mech Bay Heresy right now to try and put together what's gonna be the final team. Yeah? We're gonna put together our A-team as best we can. And Sierra, immediately smacking Atherin in the face with a gift sub. Sierra, thank you once again for the massive generosity and the massive chicken. And Atherin, welcome to the Cult of Bad Tactical Decisions on what will be a red letter day for the Tenori Tigers. As I've said before, come hell or high water, this will be the final mission of the campaign, win or lose. Let me see. So we can take 8 mechs. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I think that's our 8. I think that's our 8. Plus, obviously, we got the vehicles as well. We don't need to do, well, you know what? Let's mess with Rex's ride here as well. Because there are a couple of things that I've been thinking about with the Executioner. And it's a little something in this category. There was a part of me, chat. The Howitzer 12. So for those of you that have been here, for those of you that have been watching the campaign since the beginning, you will remember the Howitzer 12. The Howitzer 12, and the urban mech that it was attached to, was the very first slice of humble pie that we got on this campaign. And part of me, even now, wants to put this in a mech for the final mission. I don't know if it's a good idea, but part of me wants to do it anyway. Can we make this work? I don't know if we can. And again, this might be a really bad idea. I don't know if we even... Oh, no, we do have ammo for it. Not a lot, though. So let's see. This thing fires 12 rounds at a time. And it's got 48 ammunition. So we've only got 4 rounds of shooting with that. And we've got 4 rounds of shooting with the slug ammo. So technically we could have up to 12 rounds of shooting with this. I think we can make that work. It's not as much ammo as I would like to have. But we can still cram a couple of other toys in here. In fact, you know what? Hold up. We've got enough heat dissipation. We could just stick a PPC in there. So now we got a PPC and a Howitzer 12. I mean, we have to take the Howitzer 12, right? Like, I'm not the only one that's been thinking this, am I? The entire time I've been thinking to myself, like, you know, we got schwacked at the very beginning of the campaign and we've never used this weapon system since. It would be insane not to do something with it, right? Like, part of me even wants to drop a little more armor so that we can put this artillery FCS in it. I don't know. I mean, normally we would put in more ammo or more gun. Yeah, I do think the FCS is worth it. Okay, let's see. We'll go with the artillery FCS. Let me make sure that does actually attach. Okay, it does. Outstanding. So we're 1 ton overweight. We either drop some tonnage on the armor, or we downgrade this PPC. The snub nose is 6. The light PPC is only 3. Maybe we do that. What else do we have here? Because everything else is heavier. Okay. EW, that's no good. You hate to hear it. You hate to hear that shit, but sadly, that is a thing that can happen with BTA. It is a threat we all live with. So, F's in the chat for your mission, and hopefully everybody survived. Sounds like you'll just have to restart on that one. Let's see, what can we do? I don't know if I really want to drop... I don't know if I really want to drop a ton of armor on an assault meg. We could definitely afford to do it, I just don't know if it's worth it. I gotta think here. How do we do this? How do we lose a ton? What else do we have in laser weapons? Maybe instead of a PPC, we go with like a ER large or something. Oh, maybe even. Man, I didn't even think about this. We got improved binaries. We got all these toys that we've never even used up to this point. Oh, that's no good, EW. That's no good. And Litzkrieg, first time chatter, says, feel that happened at the end when I lost a 4 salvage Black Knight. Yeah. That double sucks, because not only did you lose the salvage, but it was a Black Knight. Like, losing a Black Knight is always hurts, right in the kokoro. So I feel your pain. I definitely feel your pain. I think, God, that's 9 tons, though. 7 tons. Maybe we go just heavy large laser. I mean, it's not gonna have much range, but for 4 tons, we get 80 damage. And the heat management isn't really a problem with this platform, because the only other weapon system we're running is the howitzer. Like, this is the time for all the goofball strategies. This is the time. We got 1 more ton. I think we just throw in, like, an ECM. There we go. So we got a heavy laser with a range of 600. We got a howitzer with a range of 1,000. Windy artillery FCS. Let's do it. Let's do it, chat. It's big and it's stupid, but it's exactly what we need. I don't know that. I think it is, but I want to play with some of the stuff that we haven't played with yet. Speaking of, now that heavy lasers are on the table, let's look at the cooling here. Because there's a part of me that wants to go heavy large lasers on this thing as well. But I don't think that's going to be a great idea. I don't think it could handle the heat, because the Marauder is going to run hot by default. And with as much energy as we've put into it, it's going to run even hotter. So that's maybe not a great idea. What about Erst? Could we potentially... How much heat dissipation do we have? We got 53 heat dissipation. Okay. Here we go, Chad. I know we can put it in the arm, right? But we're only using the ranged weapons as we close distance. So, to me, this is the perfect opportunity to use, like, a heavy large laser. Because we can absolutely handle the heat. We can just stick a couple of heat sinks in here. Right? Because we're... Oh, God, why is... What? Excuse me? Why did that change so much? Chad, I'm confused. I'm very, very confused. Well, let's put some heat sinks in here first. Let's see what it does. And then one more double. Maybe we drop the supercharger and stick in one more double. And then we drop a little armor. Yeah, the triple strength is very hot. It is. But we have the triple strength because this is primarily a melee platform. But I think we can make this work. I think if we drop like half a ton of armor, then we'll be okay. Because again, we're not going to be firing the laser every turn. We're just using it as we close distance. So let's drop a little bit of armor. There we go. There we go. Now this is going to give Erst 600 meters of range, doing 80 damage on target. Now the hatchet with the triple strength will do much more damage than that when we hit, but the heavy laser will allow him to do a lot of extra damage up close as we close ranks. So this will give us a little more flexibility. Don't get me wrong, I like the LBX too. It's just the damage on it is so low, it almost wasn't worth it. Nah, Bland-Aid, I want to keep the triple strength because, again, this is a melee platform. We want to keep the triple strength for the weapon damage. The supercharger only affects walking distance, and Erst is going to be sprinting pretty much every turn. So the walking distance is not a huge loss for us. I think we'll go with this.
On it. I'll let you know when that's done.
And I think that's all the changes that we need to make at this point. Keep the supercharger and use a medium rifle or something. I mean, you know what? That's not the worst idea in the world. I mean, strictly speaking, we don't use a lot of periphery stuff. So maybe... I mean, again, to me, the supercharger is kind of a non-thing. Like, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because we don't get a whole lot from it. Where the hell is under equipment? Like, again, it's only 40% walking distance. This does not affect our sprint speed at all. But I'm willing to allow it. Now, this thing is going to complain because we're missing a weapon system. We don't have any DACA, so we need some DACA, and we have some stuff to play with. Heavy rifle's going to be 8. Medium rifle's going to be 5. So maybe medium rifle and 2 bins of ammo. It's not as reliable, but again, the Axeman is getting most of its damage from melee. But I don't think... Yeah, the problem is with the medium rifle, we can't fire in melee. That's always been the issue. And in order to fire in melee, we're gonna need ballistics. And we don't have, like, the heavy machine gun, which would have been a good pick for this. I don't know. The cannons can fire in melee. Maybe we go extra stupid? Just give him a medium cannon? But then that's only a single shot, so that doesn't really feel like it's worth it either. And Paranoic, roll into the chat on a Saturday. Paranoic, good to see you. Glad you could join us on a Saturday stream. And you are correct, my weekend is going well so far. Hopefully yours is as well. Medium cannon is gonna be butt cheeks. I mean, the problem that I have, and we were using, I think it was a light AC2, is that with the light AC2, we're barely doing any damage. Like, it's not even really worth it. We could do a light AC5 and just have less ammo. But then I feel like we didn't actually have that much AC5. Or did we have an AC5 in it the whole time and I just completely forgot about it? Aetherin, you are correct. If you have stuff... So depending on the melee attack that you use, certain weapons in certain body parts can fire in melee, but if you see here, like, look at this item, it has categories. One of the categories is never melee, and if it has that category on it, and I'll show you on the cannons. But like when you look at the rifle, the medium rifle says it's never melee. And what that means is no matter what, you cannot use it in melee. Regardless of, like, if it's in the right slot, if it's in the right hardpoint, whatever, like, you just can't use it in melee. Another good example is like a Gauss rifle. Never melee. So even if it didn't have the minimum range, you still wouldn't be able to fire it in melee. I know the Gauss is kind of a bad example for that because most of them have a minimum range. But this is the weapon system. This is what Erst wanted us to put in here, but I just don't think we can make that happen. At least not while keeping the machine itself effective. Let's see what we've got. We've got precision ammo and we've got heap. I think we go with both. Precision for long range shots and heap for once we get in close. And the light AC5 will be okay, I think. No, unfortunately, Bland-Aid, all of the arm and leg accessories that we're using are weightless. They all have 0 times. So we wouldn't get anything by getting rid of those. I just added the free ones to give him a little bit more damage in close combat. I think we'll go with this. Again, this is the final countdown. It's the final mission. Let's head to the Argo. I don't think... We'll double check the barracks. We'll double check the barracks and see, because I'm pretty sure we leveled everybody up, but I want to make sure that anybody that can level up has leveled up before we go in.
Commander. Orders?
Yes, Commander.
I'm pretty sure we're good on that. I usually take care of it before we finish out a stream. Kaiwania, we'll go ahead and we will spend some experience on you, even though you're not going to go on this mission. Just so you guys can be as high a level as possible.
Yes, Commander. Standing by.
Let's see.
Waiting for orders. What now?
Yes, Commander.
Might as well. Again, I don't think Typhoon's going to be coming along on this one. And I see you, Sierra.
Come, Nerevar, friend or traitor,
Hydration
come.
and go. Did you just spot Buckethead? What? Buckethead? Oh, Buckethead, yeah.
God, I was sleeping. What do you want?
You did indeed. It's part of some of the custom portraits that I have done. And actually... Let me see here. Oh no, I didn't add it. Son of the Beach. I added one more custom portrait, and I forgot to actually do the, Damn, I forgot to update the save. That makes me sad, but that's okay. That's okay. Alright, so I think we're good there. Go to the Argo. Again, we're just gonna let these raid notifications go out. It's not a big deal. Again, we've helped the Taurians enough that I don't think they're gonna lose this. Yeah, there we go. So we did win. Raid complete. We won. We drove off the feds. So we are gonna get some free stuff right here at the end. Let's see what it is. A strafing run comm suite. Alright. That's actually pretty cool if it had been earlier in the campaign. The rest of it, eh. Alright, so we'll wait 5 more days for the nicer wreck to complete its work. Thank you, Merc News.
Job's done.
And there we go. Mech Bay is complete. We'll go ahead and save the game. I know it's auto-saving, but I want to do a manual save as well. We're going to go ahead and save the game, just in case something goes wrong in the mission. You know, we've had some folks in here jinxing the stream with accounts of their glitches and things like that. So just in case something happens, I don't want us to have to redo everything that we just did. But now we're going to head to the store, and we are going to get this final mission underway. Alright, let's see. Where is it? I think I passed it up. There it is. Alright, bring down an Overlord dropship. So again, for those of you that don't know, for those of you that have not done this before, there are 2 dropship missions. The Union is the easier of the 2. The Overlord is the more difficult of the 2. And I did a poll on the Twitter machine to ask folks which of the 2 they wanted to do. And the Overlord won. So this is the one we're gonna do.
New equipment available.
So now we'll head to the command center, and this is it. Overthrowing the Overlord. Special BTA contract. A Darius surveillance team. A Darius surveillance team picked up local government signals from the surface of Taurus that correspond to an Overlord-class dropship, having recently landed and beginning to deploy its cargo. We need someone to go in and destroy the entire operation, including the Overlord itself. Bring your very, very best, Commander. Overlords are incredibly hard targets. Do not bring tanks to this mission. Tanks can bug out on contract completion, and you can lose them permanently. You have been warned. We're gonna take tanks anyway, because this is the final mission, and so even if we lose the tanks, it's fine. As long as we don't lose the pilots, I'm okay with losing the tanks. Correct. Sierra says, if we lose arms, we're still a battering ram. If we lose legs, we're still a turret. If we lose a torso, we are heroes. Correct. Correct. And Dark Sarah as well, wandering into the stream as we're getting ready. Antsy as well, rolling into the stream. We're getting ready to do the final mission of this campaign, so welcome on into the Saturday stream. Hopefully you guys are having an outstanding Saturday and weekend. And Dark Fraggle as well, first time chatter, saying hello folks. Well, welcome to the stream as well. Dark Fraggle, yeah. Glad to have all you guys here. Glad that you could join us as we get ready to finish up this legacy campaign. And as if on cue, Dark Sarah gifting 5 subs. Yeah. And Sierra gifting a sub as well. Once again, thank you guys so much for the generosity. And what I assume to be good luck subs before we get started. So once again, thank you guys so much for the generosity. And for those of you that got gifted a sub, be sure to thank these insanely generous individuals. And of course, welcome to the cult of bad tactical decisions. I don't think money or salvage even matters, but of course we're going to take salvage regardless. Because that's what we do. That's what we do. And let's see, we're gonna basically, I tell you what, we're just gonna clear out the Lance comp. Because this is gonna be, again, you know what? We gotta play it again. I already played it, but for those of you that were not here, we're gonna play it again. For atmosphere. Because this is indeed the final countdown. Alright, let's see. I think it is this one? Yes, the big SEMO. And then we had one more. Get our man Erst in here. Alright. I think this is the dream team. This is the dream team, chat. I gotta remember who all goes in these mechs. Alright, alright. And here's our man's Bolo. We are ready. We are ready. Here we go, chat. One last time. We're gonna make it hot. Alright, chat. Here we go. This is it. This is it.
Command interface initiated.
Good God, chat. There she is. Everyone fights. No one quits. If you don't do your job, I'll shoot you myself. Come on, you apes. You want to live forever?
This looks like a prime spot for an ambush. Be careful, Commander. You don't want to get caught in a crossfire.
Oh, it looks like the animations got turned on again. Well, you know what? I think that's fitting for the final mission. I'll let it ride. And there's the
Persistent
artillery already.
Reporting heavy damage.
Regular old fire starter. Not what I would have brought to this fight, but you do you. I have no idea where the artillery came from. It might have come from the dropship itself.
Confirmed.
That's okay. That's okay. We're gonna fight. And we're gonna win.
Affirmative. Firing.
Damn. Not a single hit on that one. Not a single hit. Yeah, the overlords are pretty dumb, from what I understand. But that's okay. We brought a little something for that. A little something called Davy Crockett. I was hoping that they'd be clustered around the dropship a little more, but It's alright. That's alright. I'm actually surprised at how many of these guys are in a higher initiative phase than we
Persistent,
are.
aren't you?
That tells me they have a lot of very experienced
I'm under
pilots.
heavy fire.
Yep.
Polo! You know what to do! I guess the question is... I mean, I'm partial to nuking the dropship, but we could nuke the mechs instead. Chat, what's it gonna be? Do we nuke the dropship? Do we nuke the enemies? I mean, I guess we could drop it like right here and maybe we catch them all. That's a great thing about a nuke. Remember, this thing has like a 20 hex range, so if it hits like right here, we should get the dropship and most of the enemies. Sadly, the reticle is not as big as it should be, and that makes me sad. I think we're gonna try for both, chat. I think we're gonna try for both. We only get one. Let's see if we get lucky. No weapon can fire. Shut up. Alright, let's do this again, and we'll try it one more time. No weapon can fire. Are you playing games with me right now, BTA? What is the problem? Oh, you know what? Is it because Bolo isn't actually turned the right direction? Bolo, where are you at? Yep, that is exactly what the problem is. Bolo is not, in fact, turned the right direction. Sadly, the game has kind of screwed us on our placement here, I'm only just now realizing. And we're gonna have to just leave him where he is, because if I use careful maneuvers to get him off of that mountain, then we won't be able to fire at the ground, which is not the situation that we want to be in. As a matter of fact, I'm not even going to use the regular arrow 4. We'll just use the... Oh, yep, there we go. There we go. Alright, chat. Everybody, get ready. Here we go. Oh yeah, mama. Looks like we got almost a direct hit on the dropship regardless. Not what I was going for. But we'll make it work. We will make it work. Listen to all those shutdowns, ammo explosions. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, Chad. But we're not done yet. We're not done yet. We gotta make sure we finish the job.
Power-up detected.
Yeah, looks like it. Looks like it. Two lances, 75% dead already. 2 other lances, 25% dead. Have no idea how much damage we did to the dropship, but we'll have to see. Look, we just spent $1.5 million to level the playing field, chat. That's what we did.
Ah, God, I was sleeping. What do you want?
I regret nothing.
Oh, I don't like going fast. It's scary.
Yeah? A vedette. A vedette. What do we want to shoot at? Who do we have the best chances to hit is the question. Because I'm thinking the Firestarter is going to be the better shot. He has a little bit less evasion. And he's hot. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on, Karos.
Lining him up, knocking him down just like Bella
I am
Woods.
disappointed, Karos. And And Kokma is paying for the gift sub they got from Sierra, gifting a sub to Ridgeview. Kokma, thank you so much for the support and the gifted sub. And Ridgeview, welcome to the cult of bad tactical decisions if you're out there lurking in the chat. As always, we are glad to have you, and hopefully you enjoy your Ecto Cooler. I think somebody blew up in the back line there.
Awaiting orders.
Uh-oh. Yep, Bamboozle is also stuck. Well, I think at least until we clear out, I'm gonna leave Bamboozle where they're at, because they're on an elevated position with a turret, which means they should be able to get really good accuracy from where they are. And we can use that to our advantage.
10-4.
Did we actually miss? Oh no, we got the hit. We got the hit. We got the hit. Oh, somebody else going up in flames back there.
Commander.
Let's see. Game Master does not yet have enough, what do they call that? Morale? Does not have enough go juice, resolve, to use, the side slip, which would have been really useful. Yeah, there goes Lance 3, which is good, Again, we're just leveling the playing field, that's all.
Engaging target.
And there goes the Vedette. Thank you very much, Game Master, for your 22% chance hitting the guy regardless. And Ajax rolling into the chat saying, "Robot stomping time, unleash the Ersts." I agree, that's exactly what we will be doing. And Ajax, welcome to the stream on a Saturday. Glad to see you. Glad you could join us. I feel like it's been a little while. So thank you so much. And Kokma, again, continuing the gift sub from Sierra. Thank you once again, Kokma. Yeah, at this point, we actually did much better with that hit than I thought we were going to do. We may have effectively made this much easier. And Erst rolling in with their 4 months resub saying, "Hail Madia! Hail Ersts! You arrived just after the fireworks started, but we are stuck in it." Alright, let's see what we can do to this fire starter. Hopefully we can get a decent shot. I'm not gonna hold my breath for it, though. We go with the precision ammo.
All will be decided here, and I shall prevail.
Look at that. Got some hits anyway. I will take it. I will take it.
I'm here.
Ost is another one that looks like he's stuck on a mountaintop.
Commander.
That's okay. We'll make the best of it for now. At least for right now, we can make that elevation work for us before we have to use the careful maneuvers to get back down.
Blocking in all weapon systems.
Oh yeah. 2 Gauss hits on a fire starter, he's having a bad day. Oh yeah, Specialist, we got all the goofy voice packs in here.
Battle mech power-up detected.
Alright, so now these... Oh, well, okay. Hey, like, what? They just keep exploding. It's like they try to power up and then they explode.
Commander. Confirm.
Perhaps. And I am loath to say this. Perhaps the nuke was a bit much. You know, again, we don't have great chances to hit from a defilade, but we're gonna take the shots anyway. We'll give Sierra a chance to try out these new T-bolts. See if we get any lucky hits. Oh, I do hear an AMS out there. Oh, don't get me wrong. I don't regret the nuke at all. In fact, it was exceptionally effective. It's just, you know, we went in expecting an epic confrontation, and,
Going full throttle.
it might not be what we actually end up getting. But that's okay. I want everybody to make it home, so,
All weapons.
I'm not gonna complain. Man, we have got just the butt cheeks accuracy. So if you guys don't know, and if you're not familiar with this map, I am. You can kind of tell. I'll try to show you once the game actually gives me control back. But they have a significant elevation bonus over us, which is why our accuracy is so shit right now. I mean, EW, I think they say this is a difficult mission with the assumption that you're not just going to nuke the dropship on turn 1. Yikes.
My internals are taking a beating.
Yeah, look at that. Already stripping the armor on the bug zapper. Good lord. Well, they got at least a couple of people out there still swinging.
Moving full speed.
Alright, we got the biggest iron. The biggest of irons. I almost don't want to waste a shot on this. But, chat, we have to, don't we? Right? It's only 25%, but we have to take the shot. The opportunity to just schwack a fire starter with an improved heavy gauss?
Copy that. Firing Alpha Strike.
Damn it. Damn it.
Figure.
Damn it, damn it, damn it. Oh yeah, you know what? I didn't even think about it, but we gotta take the jacket off. We're super sweaty on this one, chat. We are sweating hard on this one. We actually got decent chances to hit on that howitzer. Yeah, fuck it, let's go for it. How does it feel, you assholes? I remember that howitzer. Now you can remember it too. Oh yeah, don't worry. Regardless of whether we hit with 1 or 2 shots on that improved heavy gauss, if I remember right, the Overlord dropship has 25,000 armor and like 5,000 structure, so we're still gonna have to put a lot of damage on it before it goes down.
Awaiting orders.
We may have removed most of the mechs from the equation, but the fight is not over by any stretch of the imagination. Again, it feels like kind of a waste to fire a long time at a fire starter, but we can't really see any other targets, so he's getting the boomstick. Well, he's getting a tickle from the boomstick. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Alright, who's still left? Well, I guess the better question is, who's still left that's willing to fight? Firestarter doing the smart thing, moving into cover and trying to get their heat down a little bit. Sadly, that's not going to work super well for them on account of the fact that they basically just got rid of what little evasion they had. And the cover isn't going to do much for them when we set it on fire with these plasma rifles. Or so I say, we didn't actually hit the trees with the plasma rifles. Yeah, you're not wrong, Stalker. This guy is, this guy in the Firestarter is a brave little toaster. He is a brave little toaster. Alright, Bolo. I think we just take the shot at the Firestarter. We'll save the target prediction and all that for the next couple of turns. For now, we're just gonna bang on the targets that we can see. Alright, so there's at least one more lance of supporting forces, and then the dropship itself. No idea what those supporting forces are gonna be. Yeah, the jagged came off. Like I said, we're sweating pretty hard out here. We're getting sweaty. So, I mean, Urs, to be fair, I think you did fight a 100-ton mech and a fire starter at one point, and if not, you got pretty close. I know there were multiple times that you took it to a heavy mech in the Disco Inferno.
Orders?
Alright, let's see. You know what? I'm just gonna put us, like, right up here on top of this mountain, and he can fire support. He's got Gauss rifles, so we're good.
Come, Nerevar, friend or traitor, come.
Erst, let's get up here and see what we got.
What a grand and intoxicating innocence.
Alright, so we got a Sunder. It's actually in pretty good condition. And we got an Alicorn. Wow. Wow, an Alicorn. First time we've seen one of those this campaign. So there it is. There it is, chat, if you're not familiar with the Alicorn. And this is the 3 Gauss version. This is not the heavy Gauss version. But, you know, the ability to fire 3 Gauss rifles in a single turn, I mean, this is basically the tank version of Gausszilla, so still a pretty significant threat. What's the Sunder packing? If it ain't 3 Gauss rifles, I think the Alicorn's gonna be getting hit. LBX-10 could hurt, but they've actually got to hit Erst with his 7 evasion for that to matter. Let's see. Radiation. This unit moved through intense radiation. It will gain 10 heat on its next activation. Sucks to be you, loser. Alright, I think we take the rear armor shot on the Alicorn. Precision ammo should be okay. Actually, you know what? We'll defensive formation first, just in case they do take a shot at him with that LBX. Go ahead and get that damage reduction on there. Although, to be fair, shooting at the Sunder is way better chances to hit.
All will be decided here, and I shall prevail.
But I am much more afraid of the Alicorn than I am the Sunder. This is true, Ali. This is true. The triple Gauss Alicorn is about the only logical upgrade to the Shrek.
Aye, aye.
Alright, Game Master, you now have side slip. We're 100% gonna use it to get you out of
Roger.
the water.
Full speed.
And you also have a rear armor shot. Not a great chance to hit, but if anybody's gonna make a 28% chance, it's gonna be Game Master.
Firing on rear arc.
Damn it, Game Master, why?
Negative damage.
Yeah, you know, it's funny that the Alicorn ended up there, but I'm just going to imagine, like, my headcanon for this is when the nuke went off, it just threw the tank up there. That's the way I'm gonna imagine it. Oh, right, Bamboozle can't actually move off of that mountain, so alright. We'll take yet another shot at the Alicorn.
Engaging.
And we did not hit. Son of a bitch. Yeah, the double AC-20 Demolisher is pretty scary. Thankfully, we haven't run across any of them in a situation where we didn't know about it first, if that makes sense. Like, the few times that we've run into the big boy Demolishers, we always saw them coming a mile away, and we were able to prioritize them as a target. I guess that's fair, Gruben. That's fair. He has... A Game Master has not gotten a raise in quite some time.
I'm still alive.
However, the game does not allow me to decide how much to pay you, otherwise you would all be making much, much less. That's not true. I would give people raises all the time if I could. But, sadly, the logistical section of the game does not work that way. Let's see. Honestly, if we're gonna throw T-bolts, I'm gonna throw them at the Sunder. Because I think they're going to do more damage to the Sunder than they would to the Alicorn anyway. And we did some good stability damage on him as well. Oh, of course, Gruben. Yeah, Game Master has absolutely gotten the Employee of the Month award out here. More than once, with some of those crazy shots that they've made over the course of this campaign.
Giving him everything I've got.
There we go, and that's why you love plasma rifles. When you absolutely, positively have to take a vehicle or battle armor off the field, except no substitute. Correct, Jacob Brodsky. Game Master was the Hetzer Master for the longest time, and then we finally upgraded him to that Rommel, and he has been in it ever since. And he's been putting in that work with it ever since, too. Make no mistake. I do not for 1 second regret putting Game Master in that Rommel. 15% chance? Yeah, screw it. We're gonna take the shot.
Affirmative.
Damn it. We are going to hit something with this improved Gauss. I swear to God. One way or another, we are gonna hit something with this thing. One way or another.
You've got my attention. I am moving in.
Ooh. Very low chances to hit with a large laser, but we got decent chances with the howitzer. We might connect with a few of them. Man, look at that. We should have been using this howitzer a long time ago. First, ever say never. Never say never. This is true, Serini. Rex does, in fact, make a mean taco on the side. It's not quite a triple F burger, but it's pretty damn close. I don't want to schwack our man's Erst too hard with the artillery. So can we fire at the ground? We can. I think we'll just chuck some artillery at the dropship. And Dark Sarah with the water redemption. Hydration incoming.
It's go time.
All right.
Orders?
Graveline, I know you're dealing with some armor strippage there, but that's okay. Get in there. Make these hits count. Let's see if we can take this Sunder off the field, because that should be the last of the supporting forces, and then we just gotta take out the dropship. Yeah, this is true. This is true. We getting sweaty AF in here, so it's best to make sure I'm hydrated. Sunder is still standing.
Critical hit.
You know, that may be one of the ugliest mechs I've seen outside of clan space, but you cannot deny its durability. Oh, don't worry, Erst. You can see there's a couple little spots where the fire's already starting to go away, so here in the next turn or two it should disappear completely. Just because we're going uphill, Bolo, let's drop the rock on this guy. 92% chance, I would say he's gonna have a bad day here in just a second. BATTLETECH. Oh, nope, once again. And yet it lives. I mean, this... Yep, I was gonna say, this guy might live long enough for Erst to get his hands on him. Excuse me? Why can we not hit this guy in melee? Is it because he's standing on a rock? Are you really about to tell me that because this donkey is standing on a rock, we can't melee him? That's pretty dumb. Like, it will not let me... It's not letting me melee, unfortunately. He's found Erst's one weakness. An ankle-high rock. Son of a bitch. Well, that's okay. That's okay, because we need somebody to put eyes on the dropship anyway. And our man's has still got his light AC-5. So we can absolutely put some heap ammo right into his rear. And that should hurt quite a bit. Yeah. Yeah.
How sweet it is to be a god.
Oh, don't worry, Bronsky. We are about to find out. As soon as the fire goes away, Erst is gonna be probably the first person in Inner Sphere history to attempt to melee an Overlord dropship. So we're gonna find out if it's possible. Do not worry about that. And Ost, of course, he has the shot. And even though we could go for the center torso, we gotta go for headshots.
Targeting for an
Yeah. And I guess it doesn't really matter because we smoked him anyway. We smoked him anyway. And speaking of Bolo, resubscribing at tier 3 for 4 months. Bolo says it's 4 months supporting the Tigers. Keep it up, Skipper. You know I will, Bolo. And thank you so much for the insanely generous support. 4 months of support. Everybody, show some love to Bolo. Again, a tier 3 sub from the very beginning of our journey. That's insane. Thank you so much, Bolo. And welcome to the Saturday stream. Glad you could make it before we finish out what will be the final mission for the Tenori Tigers, at least in this campaign.
Waiting for orders.
Glad you could be here for the last one and not have to watch it on the VOD. Doesn't look like Game Master's gonna be able to get in range, but that's alright. We gotta get up the hill sometime.
Awaiting orders.
Of course, Bamboozle can't really do anything. I guess now's the time to try to careful maneuvers down off of here.
Confirmed.
Yeah? And D-Dubs priming for a second month. D-Dubs, thank you as well for the resubscribe with the prime. We appreciate the support again, as always. Thank you guys so much for continuing to support me and the stream and this content, the community.
Ah, God, I
This
was
is all you
sleeping.
guys.
What do you
It
want?
wouldn't exist without you, so never forget that. But thank you guys for the support nonetheless. It tells me that I'm doing something right.
Standing by.
And let's see. We can get up to the tree line with the awesome. Which we will do.
Good to go.
Sierra, I mean, we'll keep moving you forward, but I don't think there's really anything you gotta do at this point except, you know, as soon as we have a target, we're gonna be letting everything off the chain.
Orders.
I mean, to be fair, Urs, I kind of said the same thing. I was looking for a much more difficult mission to finish things out. I think we overdid it with the nuke, but at the same time, I think that is, at least from a role-playing perspective, that is 100% in keeping with the spirit of this company
Go fast.
and how the Tenori Tigers would have handled it. And Ansi also resubscribing via Prime for 2 months. First of all, Ansi, thank you for the support. May said, do you think a DFA works on the egg? That's actually a good question. I don't know, but if we have someone with jump jets, we could try to find out. And track tension as well. Subscribing at tier 3, now resubs for 2 months. Track tension as well. Thank you so much for the resubscription at tier 3 for 2 months. So glad to have you. Thank you as well for the massive support. And again, show some love to Track Tension for that tier 3 sub. That, again, if you guys don't know, a tier 3 sub is an insane amount of support for a single person. Not even withstanding all of the, you know, the gift subs and everything that you guys do as well. You guys are too generous. You are way too good. You are too good to me. But thank you again, Track Tension, for the resubscribe. And Thanosi as well, gifting a sub, resubscribing Jacob Bronsky back into the cult of bad tactical decisions. Thanosi, thank you as well for the insane generosity. And Jacob, welcome back to the cult. The Kool-Aid is right where it was when you left.
Awaiting orders.
Thankfully, with Mara and the long time, we don't even need to know. I did it again. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. I always do the increased firepower and then forget that I can't fire at the ground when I do it. Yeah, I'm gonna learn one day. I'm gonna learn one day. And uh-oh, I think you guys started something. You guys started something. Dark Sarah also subscribing at tier 3 for 3 months. Dark Sarah, good God, you guys in your tier 3s, thank you so much for that. Again, show some love to Dark Sarah as well for the tier 3 sub. And thank you, Dark Sarah, for 3 months. Fool as well, resubscribing, or gifting, I'm sorry, gifting a sub as well to the community. This time, gifting a sub to Dow300. So, Fool, thank you so much for the gifted sub. Thank you for supporting me and the community and the stream. And Dow300, if you're out there, don't forget to thank Fool and their generosity. And welcome to the cult of bad tactical decisions. And Erst says, we should play Dominion 6 eventually. Eventually is a long time. Again, I've said before, I have played Dominions, I'm just not very good at it. I'll never say never. It's not off the table. But it's definitely not something that I would think about. I'm not against it. I'm just not very good. Let's see. We can't really do a whole lot, but screw it.
I got you.
Let's fling the hate. Oh no, Urs, you don't understand. When I say I'm not good, I mean... I usually don't survive contact with the first enemy in Dominions. Like, I will run into the first enemy nation or faction, whatever they're calling themselves now, and then they basically just steamroll me, and that's the end of the game. That's been my experience pretty much every game of Dominions I've ever played.
Ah, God, I was sleeping. What do you want?
Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I don't enjoy the game. I think it's a fun game, and the mechanics are insanely deep. But, I'm not any good at the game. That's for sure. Bamboozle, let's see. Can we careful maneuvers you? We can, but are you actually... I don't think we can actually get you down. We can just get you to where Bolo is. Sadly, all of our artillery jockeys
Yes, Commander.
are gonna be on this island for the rest of the mission.
Confirmed.
But I'm surprised. Like, you would think, cresting this hill, we should be able to, like... We should be able to see this dropship. You can't tell me, like, there's no way this thing is so far away that we wouldn't be able to see a giant egg on the horizon. And Northman continuing the gift sub they got from an anonymous gifter that absolutely 100% definitely was not Sierra. Northman, thank you for deciding to continue the support as well for the stream. I do appreciate it. I really do. Yeah, I guess that's fair. I guess that's fair. We could say it's the debris cloud and all the smoke and everything from the nuke.
Come, Nerevar, friend or traitor, come.
Unfortunately, once again, kind of disappointed that the fire hasn't gone away yet. We can wait it out. We can wait it out.
Ready for orders.
Ost, you can get right up here, which again, once we make visual contact with the dropship, you should hopefully be able to see it from there. Sadly, we don't have anybody with sensor lock that's close enough yet. That's the other thing I'm looking for.
Yes, Commander.
Sierra, let's get you a little bit closer. Are you close enough? Nah. We're still just outside of sensor lock range for the few people that have it.
Ready for orders.
It's alright, though. That's okay. That's okay. Correct, Bland-Aid. I just nuked somebody, and now I'm complaining that I can't see the target that I just nuked. Man! This mushroom cloud, what the fuck? I can't see the target! Yeah, that's 100% a Tenori Tigers thing. And there you go. Oh, alright, well it looks like we stripped... Normally this thing has like 20 turrets on it, but I think between the nuke and the resulting fire damage, I think we actually stripped all the turrets off of this thing. But you can see, we nuked this thing. It still has almost 24,000 armor and 3,000 structure. So, like, this is a tanky boy. It is a tanky boy.
Copy that.
But that's okay. Because he can't do shit to us now.
Standing by.
I mean, I know it's the default voice, but I'm imagining that Thanosi is sounding more annoyed at this point because they're just like, can we go home?
Copy that. Firing Alpha Strike.
God damn it, I will turn this fucking company around and we will go back to Solaris, I swear to God.
You've got my attention.
No, we're not there yet.
Talk to me.
Wait, did I just see an orange number? I think I saw an orange number, Chad. Maybe it was one of the lights blinking. Did we? Oh my god, we punched through the armor. Holy shit. Wait. What? I don't... Okay, so the arrow says it's pointing this way. How did we strip the armor on the right side? If it's literally on the opposite side of every... You know what? Fuck it. You know what? I'm not even gonna question it.
Yes, Commander.
I know we shouldn't be long-timing our own people, but Mara has a history. Mara has a history. Come on, Mara. I don't know if that was actually what we were trying to hit. I don't
Persistent,
think it
aren't you?
was. I wasn't paying attention to which side, though. I was not paying attention to which side we got the orange number on.
Let's go, let's go.
Confirm.
Like, I need to get some random hits to figure out which side it is that we're doing the crit damage on,
Orders?
or the internal damage on, so that we can move everybody and focus on that side.
Locking on with all weapon systems.
Oh, there it is. It's this side. It's this side. The ass end of it. Okay, we got it. We got it, Chad. We got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Confirm. I got you.
We got him. Yep, we have officially penetrated the ass. And now we are going to unload in said ass.
Orders?
Yeah, that's right, chat. I went there.
I copy.
I regret nothing. Well, I mean, if I regret anything, I regret that we're running so low on ammunition. Now that we've finally punched through the armor. But we know where to shoot now. We know where to shoot.
Roger.
Ast, buddy.
My Gauss
It
rifle
is
hit-
literally the broadside of a barn. Literally the broadside of a barn. Oh yeah, go ahead, clip that. Clip that out of context all you want. I regret
Come,
nothing.
Nerevar, friend or traitor, come.
I said what I said. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna let Erst keep whacking it. Because if we're that close to breaching armor, if we can breach armor on more than one side, that might not be a bad idea. And with
A
as much
noble blow
damage as
indeed.
we're doing on the melee hits... Erst, you missed. Erst, you missed. And Mara rolling into the chat. Mara, welcome to the Saturday stream. And welcome to the final, excruciatingly slow mission of this campaign. Glad to have you. Hopefully you're having an outstanding Saturday so far. And, let me see. Let me see. There we go. No, where is it? Is it this one? I think it's this one. No, it's not that one. It's Well, damn. You'd be surprised at how hard it is. Can we just... If I do this? God bless America. Somebody said it, so now we have to do it.
Commander.
There you go.
Going full throttle.
Oh, damn it. I was hoping we'd get close enough to hit them with the machine guns, too. We're a little too far away. Little too far away. How are you I'm like literally putting you on the side where the armor is breached, and you're somehow hitting shit on the opposite side of the dropship. This is an impressive amount of fuckery that you guys are putting on display right now.
Good to go. Confirmed.
See, look at this! Look at this! I have bamboozle here on this side, and they're somehow hitting all the way on this side of the dropship. Like, that is...
Ah, God, I was sleeping.
You're
What do you
fucking with me
want?
right now, BattleTech, and I don't like it.
Oh, I don't like going fast. It's scary. I'm gonna press all the buttons and you can't stop me.
So for any of you that are out there in the YouTube lands wondering what the hell's going on right now, we're currently listening to Butcher Pete. Because somebody in chat mentioned Butcher Pete, and now it's stuck in my head too. And the only way to fix that is to feed the demon. You gotta feed the demon. So some of you will probably be familiar some of you may be familiar with this song because of Fallout 3, but it is significantly older than that.
Orders.
I'm surprised that our ammo reserves have held out this long.
Copy that.
Loudmouth, you know, if that were an option, I would consider it. Just like, everybody eject your ammo. We're gonna set a bomb. Ah, you're good, Walla. We miss everybody when they can't show up, but we're glad you could make it on a Saturday stream all the same. Hopefully, you're having a better Saturday, but I understand real life get in the way of that sometimes. Even so, don't forget you can always catch the VODs and the YouTubes as well, so even if you missed stuff, you can still stay caught up. Oh no, we didn't turn far enough. Son of a bitch.
Orders.
Wait, what the hell? Hold on. So we're just like somehow in a magic pixel where we can't hit something? That's kind of weird.
Roger.
I think this is going to be the last shot from the howitzer.
Follow my lead.
It's the last 12 shots. Well, we finally got a breach on another side of the armor. We're getting there, slowly but surely. It's finally starting to come apart. Yeah, maybe there's another rock. Maybe that's the problem.
Awaiting orders.
I apologize. But if I can put a long time directly on the exposed structure, I'm gonna take the chance. Alright, we got better chances at the front, quote unquote, so we'll take the shot. I apologizers.
Losing lots of armor.
It's fine. Yeah.
Persistent
Oh,
archer.
no, you're right. I was supposed to check for shape charge. I did not check. That is my fault.
Oh, God. They're shooting me, and I'm really scared.
Yep.
Alright, Graveline, let's get you over here. Again, we're trying to focus on the sides where we know that the armor is stripped. Because it's the best kind of stripping we're gonna get.
All weapons. Go.
There we go. We're seeing more orange. Oh, oh.
Enemy eliminated.
Did we? We incapacitated the pilot! Chet, we incapacitated the pilot! We actually hit them enough times to kill the fucking pilot. Jesus Christ. Well, we didn't get a massive explosion, but you know what?
Mission successful.
I'll take it. I will take it. Holy shit, that was a little bit of a slog. I'm not gonna lie. It was a little bit of a slog, but you know what? Play the victory music. Oof. Oof. That nuke hurts. It hurts. Does it even, I mean, sure, we'll take an alicorn full salvage, why not? Yep, we done did it. We done did it. Chat, we have victory. We have victory. Not actually a lot of interesting salvage here, but we finally get to see what all they had out there. They had an Axeman, they had a Cataphract, a Champion, they had multiple types of vehicles, the 4J Hunchback. Oh wow, they had a Morningstar command vehicle out there, they had an Orion, there's a Victor, a Vulcan, and they had a lot of fun stuff out there. I mean, it doesn't really matter, because again, this is basically the end of the campaign. But, I'll take what we can get our hands on. And we'll just take the rest. So there we go, chat. We took on an Overlord trap ship, and even though we kinda cheesed it by nuking it, again, I think it was in keeping with the company's standards and practices. And we are now victorious. So here's what I want to do. We spent, well, we obviously spent the 1.5 million on the Davy Crockett. So that's where a lot of the ammo went. But we probably spent somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 to 50,000 in other miscellaneous ammo, just because that's about what we spend on most missions. We did get cash payout of 350k, which is basically nothing. And then a bunch of random crap. So chat, get a paycheck, get back to rest so I can start murdering more tubers. You know, that's fair. Oh my god. What? I know you guys probably aren't seeing that. There we go. For whatever reason, my overlay was on top of BattleTech. I couldn't see BattleTech, but we got it fixed. So here's what we want to do. Here's what I want to do, just for fun, just so we can see, alright? I want to go to the mech bay, and I want to sell everything. I want to see... Well, first of all, let's have a look at the score here. Let's have a look at the score, because we're gonna call the campaign here. This is it. This is the end for the Tenori Tigers. In this particular version of BTA. We may revisit them sometime in the future. But for this iteration of the Tenori Tigers, this is going to be the end of the campaign. Again, we are on the Legacy. There's already a new patch out, so there's plenty of new stuff to do. But let's see. We're looking at 400,000 points earned. We didn't quite make it to level 5 at the MRB. We had our difficulty turned up. Our only allies are fucking Darius and the Taurians, and almost half the other people in the galaxy hate us. Our morale is high, as it should be, so that's good. You love to see it. So yeah, there we go. We are basically done. We still have about half of the campaign time if we wanted to. But in order to give you guys... I can check the vehicle bay. We can check the vehicle bay. Long time ammo, long time. No, it's just regular long time ammo. No shape charge. But in order to know exactly how much I can give you guys on the retirement fund, I want to sell absolutely everything. And then we'll see how much we have in liquid funds. And it makes me sad, but we're going to break all this stuff down. All this heresy. Absolutely everything that we've worked for. Because, hey, we're all mercenaries so we can get rich. And I think once we're done selling all this stuff, you could have a different version, EW. There are multiple versions of the long-time carrier, so you may just have a version that has shape charges. Unable to store? Fine, we'll scrap it. Erst, we will say that you took the Hatchet Man with you. I'm still gonna sell it, though, just for the value, because I want to see exactly how much money we have in liquid funds at the end of this campaign. And I could be scrapping these, I guess, in hindsight. It's a little too late for that now. Alright, so here we go. We are going to sell absolutely everything. And we are gonna be rich, boys and girls. We are gonna be rich. And I don't mean like... See, when I say rich, I don't mean like we're gonna have some money. I mean, we're gonna have like old school, old world money. We're gonna have that walking around money. Alright, there we go. So we are just shy of 150 million sea bills, chat. That's enough to buy, like, 2 clan mechs. It's also enough for a bunch of hardworking and very, very tired mech warriors to retire comfortably for the rest of their days. You know what? It doesn't hurt to go look through the barracks. So let's see. We have 17 pilots still with the company. Well, we'll go through the service records here. We'll go through the service records. We got AFP still alive. Went on 37 deployments. Got 17 kills. Well, technically 21 kills. Been with the company for almost 2 years. We got Bamboozle. Bamboozle been on 79 deployments, 19 mech kills, 7 vehicle kills. With the company for 1,300 days. Let's see, we got Bolo, of course, we all remember Bolo. Bolo has been dropping rocks and has been a rock, one of the cornerstones of this company for most of its run. 52 deployments, 16 mech kills, 26 other kills, 800 days with the company. We got Cody, who was one of our rookies, didn't actually get much face time in this campaign. Went on 7 deployments and still managed to get 4 mech kills in that time. Been with the company for a little less than a year. Dark Sarah, 26 deployments, 25 kills, 5 vehicles, and 435 days with the company. Devious, though. Devious, I believe... Let me double check. Yeah, 1409 is the day. So, Devious is one of our few remaining original pilots from the very, very beginning of the campaign. They have not been getting much action lately, but they have been another cornerstone of the company. 72 deployments, 44 mechs, 15 vehicles killed. Been with us since day one.
Something you want done?
Game Master, again, the man, the myth, the legend, the tank driver to end all other tank drivers. Started out in a goofy Hetzer and worked their way up to the captain of the vehicle division with 93 deployments, 40 mechs killed, 17 vehicles killed, and almost 1,400 days with the company. We hired him like our first week out here in the periphery. Let's see, we've got Gravel Lion, again, another one of the few remaining pilots that was with us from the very beginning. 81 deployments, 37 mech kills, 11 vehicles, and again, they've been with us since day one.
Waiting for orders.
We all know the commander. The commander, me. 84 deployments, 59 mechs, 22 vehicles, and obviously I've been in since the very beginning as well.
Oh, God, I was
We've got Karos with 49 deployments, 7 mech kills, 6 vehicle kills, and a little over 2 years with the company. Karos is one of the unsung heroes of this company. Karos was flying our VTOL for the longest time, carrying around battle armor, doing the scouting for us. Finally put him in a Royal Demon late in the campaign, but Karos, again, has been one of the unsung heroes of this company. There were so many targets that we were able to take out as a direct result of Karos and their forward observer capacity. Yeah, they took 13 injuries, but you know what? 0 ejections over the course of this campaign. They got taken down quite a few times, but they never punched out.
Commander?
We got Kailania, again, someone who hasn't been with the company for too long, but they went on 23 deployments, racked up 7 mech kills, 1 vehicle kill, and about 18 months with the company, roughly.
Awaiting orders.
Mara, again, big name for us. Mate, I see you. Hydration incoming. A toast to the Tenori Tigers, indeed. Mara, who started out in the ballista, flinging sniper shells into the back line, eventually upgrading to the long time. Went on 64 deployments, 28 mech kills, 14 vehicle kills, 34 injuries taken, and a little over 1,000 days with the company. Mara, the headshot master with that heavy artillery. We got Ost, who was a relatively recent hire. Ost was a relatively recent hire. He was one of our most recently hired rookies, and yet in the big CMO, in the double Gauss Mad Cat, he kind of came into his own. He has been one of our headshot kings ever since we gave him those Gauss rifles. Went on 55 deployments with 30 mech kills, a lot of those being headshots, and 13 vehicle kills, and all that in only 500 days with the company. Less than 2 years with the company, and he has definitely made a reputation for himself. We've got Rex, again, one of our longer serving pilots, but not one of the OGs. 42 deployments, 24 mech kills, and 5 vehicle kills with 800 days with the company. Rex has put in some work. They've been in a lot of our heavier mechs. Originally started out in the Saturday Night Fever, eventually upgraded to one of the Executioners. Yeah, I went with the young Danny Trejo on this one. But Rex has been another one of the unsung heroes of the company. They have been one of our brawlers, one of the people that's been getting stuck in, taking the hits, drawing the fire so that the folks with the big guns could do the damage. So, yeah, we've been around for 4 or 5 years in-game. We got Sierra, again, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Beret himself. Another of our very early hires, not an OG pilot, but he was one of our first hires early in the campaign. Been launching hate from the front lines, from the back lines, Sierra's kind of been all over the place, but most recently they've been in a lot of missile boats, so they've been one of our backline fighters. Rain and Hate, 80 to 100 LRMs at a time, with 78 deployments, 68 mech kills. That is almost 1 mech kill per deployment, and 24 vehicle kills in 1,300 days with the company.
Right here.
Let's see, we've got Tenori, again, another one of our not original pilots, but one of our early hires. Originally started out in battle armor and got a reputation for getting blown up on almost every mission and then spending weeks in the med bay. But somehow still managed to survive in spite of that. 57 deployments, 20 mechs killed, 6 vehicle kills, 64 injuries over the course of this campaign. Tenori has gotten the shit beat out of them over the course of this campaign, but somehow managed to survive 1,300 days with the company, getting blown up, wiped out, injured, broken bones, serious burns. I don't know how much of Tenori is actually left, but you know what? I would say that Tenori has probably given more of themselves, literally and figuratively, than anyone else on this list. Yeah, Tenori is basically unkillable. They have survived many more severe injuries than some of the folks on the memorial wall, and we'll get to the memorial wall. We got Typhoon, the resident cat girl, or wannabe cat girl, I should say. Again, one of our middling pilots who's been on a fair number of deployments. Again, started out kind of as a mid-range brawler, but eventually graduated to the RKO out of nowhere, launching SRMs. 43 deployments, 27 kills, 12 vehicles, in only 575 days with the company, but a very dependable, one of those, not necessarily one of those superstar pilots, but one of the folks that you could always rely on to get the job done.
Come, Nerevar,
And
friend
then-
or traitor, come.
Of course, we're going alphabetically. It is absolutely a reference to what you think it is, Specialist. We could not end this campaign without talking about Ernst. Again, who came into the campaign about midway through, initially distinguished themselves in the Disco Inferno, a light laser boat, especially in the arenas of Solaris 7. Someone who is known for their insanity and disregard for their own well-being, so long as they get a good fight out of the deal. With 62 deployments, 34 mech kills, 21 vehicle kills, and only 7 injuries taken, in spite of the risks that Ernst has taken themselves over the course of this campaign, actually taking relatively few injuries in the process, owing to their superior piloting skills and probably just straight up gumption and unwillingness to die. So that's 900 days with the company, just shy of 3 years with the company. So those are our surviving pilots. Again, everybody getting their share of the retirement funds. And of course, we can't turn the lights off without making one more pass by the memorial wall. We got Minuteman, one of our very first original pilots. Unfortunately went MIA after ejecting on one of the very, very early missions in the campaign. And sadly, we were not in a position to be able to recover them. All of our mechs were beat up, our pilots were all injured. We had no one to actually go out and do CSAR. So unfortunately, Minuteman did not make it. I like to imagine that they survived that ejection and went on to start a farm, or maybe a successful franchise of Triple F burgers. I want to imagine that they just decided that maybe Merc life wasn't all it was cut out to be, and just went on with their life. We had Tridents, again, one of our OG pilots, sadly got headshotted by a brigand. We basically ended up in a box canyon surrounded by pirates. And of course, me, being the big dumb redneck that I am, decided to try to fight a losing battle anyway, and unfortunately, Trident paid the price. We did eventually end up retreating from that mission, so sadly, we were not even able to recover their body. We had to leave them on the field of battle. It was one of the first missions that we retreated from, and I was not happy about it. I was not happy about it at all. But yeah, Trident was another of our OG pilots, and was one of the first casualties of bad tactical decisions. But sadly, these things happen. Then we got Stu Diggy, killed in a fall, it says here, but unfortunately, Stu was a victim of me not paying attention. Although I guess, for RP purposes, we'll just say that they were too stubborn to use the first aid kit. Stu actually took the Disco Inferno out for its very first test drive, got the shit beat out of them in the process, managed to kill a mech right before they died, but unfortunately ended up bleeding out before we could get to them. Again, another needless face on the memorial wall, but we do appreciate their service all the same. General Quarters the First, killed in an ammo explosion. I mean, I guess that's not entirely inaccurate. Unfortunately, General Quarters went out with the commander on a duel against some clanners. We ended up getting out-tunned. I think it was, I'm trying to remember what they were in. I think it was the Saturday Night Fever and one of the Hunchbacks. And we were on a moon fighting against a couple of Ebon Jaguars. And even though we ended up winning the duel, barely, unfortunately General Quarters was taken out in that duel. And they were also one of our original pilots, one of our OG pilots from the very beginning of the campaign. And sadly, they got taken out in a duel, which, I mean, there are worse ways to go, but it was still disappointing. It was still disappointing. Bamboozle the First, killed by a component explosion. So Bamboozle, unfortunately, was our first casualty in clan space. When we first started messing around with the Jade Falcons, we found ourselves in another ambush situation. And Bamboozle was in one of our artillery vehicles. And before we could actually get them behind cover into a safe position, one of the clan light mechs came out of nowhere, breached the side armor, and unfortunately Bamboozle didn't make it out. So, we got Caffeinated Lemur, one of the more recent casualties, was still a rookie, hadn't even made it to level 5 in all their skills, unfortunately, and ended up getting taken down by a hatchet man from stability damage, and then finished off by a Whitworth of all things in an engagement with pirates. Sadly, I feel bad because Lemur was on one of their first deployments. They only had 3 deployments before they died. They were still a relatively rookie pilot, and unfortunately just got caught out. Yeah. And last but not least, we have General Quarters Jr. the Second. Somehow, General Quarters returned. And unfortunately, they were taken out by probably a 1 in a million shot from a Marauder. The Marauder that we actually turned into the big bug zapper. That Marauder originally had a heavy Gauss rifle in it, and the pilot put a shot between 2 high-rise buildings and got a lucky headshot on our mans. Killed him in one go. So, General Quarters, again, served with distinction, had a bunch of deployments, a bunch of kills, and unfortunately just rolled that 1 in a million headshot and ended up the final casualty on the memorial wall. But yeah, so those are the names on the memorial wall. Those are the folks that survived. I mean, obviously, besides the rest of the crew and the complement. And of course, again, we're sitting here at almost 150 million C-bills at the end of our campaign. above the Taurian core world, or the capital world. Man, sorry, Chet. Sitting over the Taurian capital world of Taurus. And yeah, at this point I say we shut off the lights, we let everyone go their separate ways with a nice, we'll call it 8 million sea bills. Yeah, we're on leap day of all days. But we'll send everybody on to their retirement or whatever comes next with a nice, cool 8 million sea bill retirement package. And again, for all of you that survived, we thank you for your service. For all of you that didn't, we thank you even more. You gave all you could for the company. Not everybody got to go home, but you will not be forgotten. We will remember, and maybe someday the Tenori Tigers will ride again. But at least for this campaign, and this version, in this timeline of BattleTech, we can say goodbye, and we can say good luck in whatever endeavors you find yourself in next. So we will drop another save, even though it'll be completely useless, because once I update, it'll be invalidated. But we'll keep that save for posterity, and we will shut off the lights, close the curtain. The party's over. Yeah, 8 million sea bills is never working again money. You got shot at, you got blown up. It was kill or be killed. But man, you guys worked hard. You earned that retirement. We all worked hard. So there we go, chat. We're gonna turn out the lights as the party's over. At least this particular party. Of course, the show will go on.